Bryant's Cowboys going up against Nelson's Packers. In December, it might be a different story, but it's a beautiful afternoon for football in Green Bay. That's where we saw now Lions haters, Brandon Gauding and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauding. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think you identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lambeau. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Dallas offense will get set to go. Dak Prescott, been a fairly smooth ride for the rookies so far. Everything going well. The postseason, though, Charles, could be a whole new animal.
I think that all the scrutiny about him being the starting quarterback and should Tony Romo take over for him has done nothing but toughen him. I think it's really steeled his resolve and the resolve of the team around him because they've chosen him this year to be their leader. So, yes, this is his first playoff game, but I don't think that's going to faze him at all. And doesn't he have a stat where his name is linked with Ben Roethlisberger's?
Yes, he and Big Ben, the only two rookie quarterbacks to lead a 1 seed in the playoffs. How about that? Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. Dez Bryant, certainly one of the go-to guys, if not the go-to guy for this offensive unit.
One of the most talked about players in the league, as well as one of the most productive receivers. He attacks the football downfield.
Second down following the run. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and it brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
So the Cowboys will put it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay.
6-year apple is going away.
And this is going to hit the goal and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And let's look at Green Bay. Here comes their offense. Here comes Aaron Rodgers. 4 touchdown passes against the Giants in the wild card round of the playoffs. Actually, he was the first player to throw 4 touchdowns against a Giants defense in the playoffs. How about that?
How about that? And how about the confidence he had in his team when they were 4-6 this season, and he said he thought that they could run the table. And they have since then. And it's been something else to watch because you go back to when he said RELAX to the fans, and they had a big year that year. When Aaron Rodgers speaks, the Packers listen.
7 straight wins. The folks in Green Bay wondering, do they have 10 straight wins in them? And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll play fake here on first down. Backing up. And his first look is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback.
On second down, is Rogers. His throw is incomplete. And now the defense for Dallas.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at quarterback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
Third down at 5. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he finds Cook. 9 yards on the pickup. There's a drive line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run here. This is James Starks. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again on the ground, again with Starks. And a short gain down to about the 33. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Now it's Rodgers. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Devontae Adams, 28 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7 Packers. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Whitehead, the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.